Welcome to Pan. Again. Hey guys, welcome back to Demo Rule 16. I am your host Javon, and today we're back for brand new benchmark. As you can see, today we're testing out The Last of Us, Part 1 for the PC. Today I'm running this on my Intel Core i3-10105 with the AMD RX 600 8GB VRAM graphics card. I'm running with 16GB of DDR4 RAM and dual channel memory, and it's not going great if you were wondering. So I'm running at 1080p. I have the frame cap set to 30, but we're gonna carry that up to 90. I'm not gonna hit 90, but we'll go up there. And I'm not using FSR because I cannot use FSR basically. We have motion blur, chromatic aberration, and film grain disabled because I hate all of those things so much. But here it is. This is 1080p. My CPU is a bottleneck, so that's not great. And I'm running on the low preset right now. Right now I'm running on the low preset. I'm gonna change that in a second, but as you can see, we are using the 1.01.51, so the latest patch that they just released. And yeah, here's the game running at 1080p low settings, native 1080p low. It is able to hit in the 50s, like it does run, but as you can see, we're having a lot of issues. My CPU is a bottleneck, which I don't think it should be, but I'm using 11GB of RAM, and the VRAM issue isn't as bad as it was before previously. Those textures look terrible, dude. It's crazy. On the low settings, this does look like the PS3 version. It's insane. Now, obviously, like I said, this can go up to the high settings, but I would recommend, I'm going to tell you right now, I recommend capping this to 30 FPS, only for the video will I actually show you guys this, but let's go up to the high preset real quick, because it can handle it without crashing, if you're wondering. I like how you notice I barely lost any frames. Yeah, it's definitely an issue. The game is terribly unoptimized. I wasn't able to test it out previously because my shaders took a day literally took a day. I got bored because it took like over an hour to get to 30%, and I was like, bro, I ain't about this life. I ain't about this life. And I left. So even at 1080p on the high settings, we still are able to hit over 40 FPS, but it'll cause stutters now every once in a while. Like, I will admit it's smoother. It's definitely smooth. It's not Hogwarts Legacy, that's for sure. It is smooth. Like, the stutter was the first one I've seen since I loaded in all the shaders, which once again took 10 years to do. So I won't actually even be testing this on any other GPU until they fix that shader compilation issue, because it's just way too long, and I have no time for that. I have really no time for that. So this runs fine. Let's go here real quick. We're playing at 1080p high once again. If we cap this to 30 FPS, this is a solid 30 FPS experience. And I'm sorry that it has to be that, but yeah.
There you go.
My CPU is not made to be at 100% the whole time. At least the VRAM, like I said, at least the VRAM is good. We're using 7.5, and like I said, it runs stable. It is insane, man. Always insane that things like this happen. The game does look great though, I won't lie to you. But you can't use FSR if you have a CPU bottleneck, so we won't be doing that. Makes no damn sense. And it is a severe CPU bottleneck. Listen to me. I would like to do most. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. Bro, this game. Dude, listen, I saw those requirements for this game and I said, oh gosh, we're in trouble. These people don't know, but we're in trouble, bro. We're in trouble.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints.
This is a nightmare. But hey, look, indoors we're hitting 60. That's nice.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Indoors 1080p high settings. Once again, this is indoors 1080p high settings and it's doing 60. Rejoice, brothers, rejoice. Now, we can lower a few things to make this, you know, somewhat more playable, I would say. Like, just drop a few things that are CPU intensive. Like, do I care for screen space reflections? I don't. We'll turn those off. Do I care for real-time reflections? I do not. We're going to turn off a few things right now and then get back in. Do I care for depth of field? I hate depth of field. Motion blur. Bro, you know I am there. Shading, no. No, we'll leave the shading. Real-time cloud. You silly fools. You silly gooses, you. Wow. Like, I have to admit, I will give credit. These settings are insane and massive. But, yeah, we don't need all this crap. We really don't. I'll leave it texture because the VRAM issue seems to be okay for right now. Draw distance doesn't need to be that high either. Mm, I do like the fact that it tells me which one. Oh, you're telling me y'all affecting everything that affects the CPU to a major. I'll look at. Everything else I think will be fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop that here. Yeah, basically everything else seems to be fine. So we're gonna. Okay, so once again, just look through the settings real quick. I just turned off things that I think, in the long run will help me out. Like I said, what else? The animations? I'll go down to medium for the animations as well. Okay, let's see.
Hey Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
Yeah, it's clear. I just used
If you were wondering, I had a cap lock, but look, we are getting over 70 FPS in here.
too.
Who else is looking for him?
But that's just to show you though, in a controlled environment, if I frame cap it to 60 FPS, it'll stay at 60 FPS for the most part.
Well, what did you tell her?
The truth. I got no idea.
But like I said, once again, if you want to play this on an RX 600, 1080p, 30 FPS, I will also show you guys that. 1080p, 30 FPS, and hope and pray. Once again, I'm not testing this on any other GPU, any other one, until they fix the shader thing. The building shaders thing is ridiculous. It honestly is. I'm not doing this again until they fix that. So I'm sorry, the RX 570, R9 280X, and the integrated graphics are going to take a back seat because the second I decide to say, hey, you know what? Let me just restart this and stuff, and boom, it's terrible. At least right now, this is playable.
What I like to hear.
Like, I can understand why people are in a debate about it because this is playable right now. 1080p high settings, it's running quite decently.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
It's still giving me over 40 FPS realistically outside, but it is still running. Luckily, I'm not using my i7. My i7 would have melted under this. Legitimately melted. It's a good thing the i3-10105 is a cool CPU, because if you don't have a cool CPU, you're in trouble. Like, legit. You see this crap? Even with all those CPU issues I just lowered down, still doesn't do it. Still doesn't help me out. It's insanity. So the patch, I can tell you right now, I tested before, the patch definitely helps. But there's more work to be done. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and stick around for more epic content. I don't know if this actually just screwed me over. Like, it's not moving, so this may be the end of the video. These guys are clowns, man. What is with this? Hey, you wanted it tested. I tested it. It stopped me here, apparently.